So, hello and welcome back to another playthrough of EU4. We of course do another playthrough of the Anbennar fantasy mod. And as we see in the last straw poll, you guys felt very, I think I've rarely seen that kind of dominant voting, really. But it seems like all you guys really want to see me play Anbenncost into the Ravelian state. So I guess we're gonna do that. So, but as usual, before we jump into the playthrough itself, we are gonna have a quick look through what playstation I'm gonna potentially play next. As always, there will be a straw poll in the description of what I'm gonna play next, and I'm gonna give a quick explanation of what the choices are there. So the first one, the first three ones are still the ones that are in. We're already in the straw poll in the last one. We have the Mountain Shark into the Orc clan. Goblin Artificery is basically everything there. We have Arakellen, which is like also Ravelian, I think, but more like trade and dealing with Sahal. So if there's a little bit more Sahal focus going on with that. There also was, of course, Blumstead, like basically cowboys in New World, as far as I remember, is the idea behind them. And the two new nations that I'm gonna add into the mix are gonna be Mulan. Trading harpies is basically what they are. They are the, like, we did play Siadan, which are like really combat focused and stuff like that, and conquering. Mulan is more like trade focused and like building up their gardens, which already sounds interesting. The other nation is gonna be Eltikan. These ones are a little bit unique. Like, I can't really, not sure what to compare them with. Like, they have a very like Greek idea behind them with like the mountain and everything. And that they also are the only one with their religion, as far as I remember. Yeah, they are the only one who with the Godirai, Godirai religion, which is basically just worshiping these mountains because they protect them from the great imbalance and the death wind. Either way, so these are the 5 nations. Once again, the straw poll is in the description, so there you can vote for my next playthrough. But without further ado, let's go into, well, into a little bit of a fun activity. Let's play as Anbenncost. Now this playthrough is gonna be very boring, probably for the first 150 years, but we'll see if I can make it more interesting. We'll see what's happening around us. Either way, we are Anbenncost. We have, I mean, we don't need to read through that, we already know everything about this area. We had losers of the Lilac War. We've got, I think, as far as I remember, we got burned down. Like, we only know 53 development, which is very sad. Either way, we are the highest developed province in the world. We have already a bunch of minorities around. We have Anbencost itself, which already gives diplomatic relations. And we have thieves, a thieves guild. Oh fuck, that gives minus 30, plus 30% development cost reduction. I mean, I guess we're not gonna give dev anytime soon. We have a fort, we have a level 3 world port. We do also have a few different rules that we need to follow, which is now very important, because we plan on turning into the Ravelian state. Now, Anbencost itself does have a high chance of turning into the Ravelian state, because of them being Anbencost. But there's a other few things that need to be clear. You should not have more than 5 provinces. This is like there's like 2 events that trigger that. The first one is like this one. The second one is like another one. You do need a headquarters, a Ravelian headquarters, which does have a higher chance spawning in Anbencost. Innovativeness ideas is also given, and tolerance ideas. They also increase the chances. And that's basically it. So that means that we are gonna probably follow the mission tree of Anbencost, but then reduce it a little bit afterwards. We'll see how well. I mean, we definitely want to reach the city of the world's desires, obviously. But for now, we are human, full on human. We have a free city, which gives us a nice dev cost reduction and everything, which is gonna be very helpful. We should make a decent amount of coin. Yeah, we definitely make a decent amount of coin. I couldn't think if I wanted some advice or some other stuff. But I guess we'll take some rivals that already rivaled us, because why shouldn't we? There's no reason not to do that. Well, we'll see. We'll look at advisor soon enough. We push trade in. This is basically our main income. We start with advisor cost reduction and institution spread, which is already amazing. We also have some missions done. We're gonna turn all of this stuff off. There's not really that much to discuss about. I think we're gonna immediately go for Castellos, the old bastard. As long as he's still around, we might as well make use of him, right? And of course, let's go for the usual stuff. To be honest, we can just go full on push down with our ground land, because we cannot get autonomy. We are only one province minor. So we might as well go crazy. We're gonna do religious diplomats, development of temples. The other thing we don't need. Nobility, we can do that. Right of council, so we over the crown. I don't think we need anything else here. Doesn't give me development cost reduction, I don't need it. Then you guys. Patronage of the arts. And I guess free enterprise. We could get you to 100, and I think I might even be willing to do that. They're of course gonna be like, oh no, this is a bad thing, they have too much power. I don't care, I forgot to do this. Whoops. City expansion plans. This one just costs governing cost, we don't need that. I think there's also nothing else really that we want here. I mean, trade power maybe. Oh yeah, the provincial trade power, we're gonna turn this one on. It's gonna be really difficult to get rid of their stuff then again, but to be honest, who cares? we're gonna switch things around anyway. And I guess while we're at it, we're gonna also do the generous quest rewards. Alright. We have a little bit of a tax reduction, but that's nothing to be problematic. We're gonna quickly get you up there. I guess we'll do I think we definitely want a military boost to begin with. I didn't go for something else. Either way, a day in the city. Mighty Anbencost, bride of Anbennar, greatest of the cities of the realms of Karnor, heir to the old Emerdia, city of the world's desires. What secrets do you hold? A day in the city. In Elven docks, nobles and aristocrats love over Laurentish wine and their floating mansions. In Newport, 1,000 ships from 1,000 realms unload their cargo, with vessels from Gerudia to Elise able to be sighted. Merchants hawk all the goods one could ever need from the corners of Dove Market, promising unending happiness in exchange for a few crowns. Lecturers give lessons in everything from history to mathematics to the arcane in the twin academies. In the bilge, the poor build cities within a city, extending deep into its winding depth. In the temple district, prayers ring out in 1,000 voices to 1,000 gods. Anbencost is old, vast, and faces many an issue, but it is, more so than any other city in the world, alive. So this is just a flavor event to start things off. The first we need to do is embrace the Renaissance. We also need 8 light ships and our full army size to be big. So, the light ships are gonna be a little bit more difficult because we start with 2. No, so that's not a lot, I can tell you that. I mean, you're a good mayor. I think I'm actually gonna do this one then. I do want to immediately start picking up some professionalism. We also want to immediately start getting friends. Because as it turns out, we are a little bit alone in the world. And I think something like Verne is pretty much a given. What else do we have? Other somewhat strong nations? I mean, I would like to get the Emperor on my side, because it's the Emperor, despite them being Vex. I know it's questionable, but we're in the Empire. I want an Emperor on my side. We're not gonna ally anything on this side. We could ally Leslinpar. Leslinpar is strong. Yeah. Well, if I have a dude. Oh, I have found another friend. Ibevar. And one more. Leslinpar, I would say. We don't want to ally anything else. Yeah, we're gonna get that soon enough. There we go. The Sack of Anbencost. At the very end of the Lilac Wars in 1443, the Vexenard army besieged and sacked the imperial capital of Anbenncost in order to defeat the late Grand Duke of Dameria, Ardennes Skylands. The Vexenard army remained for several months after the wars ended, looting and pillaging to their heart's content. It is said that even during the coronation of Grand Duke of Vex, Lothain, into the imperial throne of Anbennar, that the city was still victim to Vexenard greed. We get a shit ton of devastation, and we're gonna get a little bit of an opinion change, which is not very nice. But we cannot do much about it. So, we're gonna send you out to trade for us in Bay of Wines. We've taken a loan. Okay, how long is this gonna stick? Question? Is this a modifier? Or is this really just like this, I mean, we cannot change it. Go to the Vanquished. The wind is heavy with whispers, none of them too kind, quiet words of blame, anger and disappointment in our court. Being on the loose since the end of the recent warring has left many notables in difficult positions. Old allegiances are being tested as different parties struggle to pick up the pieces after having waxed or waned. Otherwise, petty issues are being inflamed by the general malaise felt. It will be some time till we can say these days are behind us. We get unrest and we get an event in a year. I'm still not too happy about this one. Diplomatic expenses. I mean, I think this was that, right? Or do we just keep losing money? No, there we go. It's fixed now. We could join a trade league, but why would I want that? So the opinion with Vex is gonna be difficult to maintain. We can actually make like a shit ton of allies still. Let's pick Adanen. There we go. Corin is on and about. Good for you, Corin. I guess we'll just pick random guys now. I wouldn't mind that. And why not Telgia? So that's 5 allies that we have here. That should be alright. The question is not if we want to maybe push a little bit further. I mean, we need to get rid of this devastation. And it just takes time. I still think I should have these guys around. Or should I really start? I mean, I guess we can start paying them until we actually are financially alright. Yeah. Mobilize the Watch. Since the city's founding, the Anbenncost City Watch has stood vigilant, guarding the city against the threats both within and without. It has, however, never served as a true military in times of war, acting simply as a defensive force. If Anbenncost is to emerge as a true power in the coming years, for the sake of its continued existence, the City Watch must be mobilized, not just as a police force or garrison, but as a true army. We get manpower recovery. And we would also gain... we can train the Watch, but I feel like I'm not gonna do that now. Because I want to keep that these mill points. Oh wait, we need so many boats. We need 8 galleys and 8 light ships. And you guys are... oh wow, you might become a problem. With the plutocratic coup, 1.5. I mean, if the loyalty jumps above 40... why do I have Nimscott as a thing of interest? Fuck off. Same thing with Vex. So. We are just recovering here. We are not gonna give anyone esoteric rights. This is gonna come back by itself. We are gonna conquer this state at least, I would say. Right, this is exactly 5 provinces. We can hold that. So we are gonna have to face a Magisterium at some point. Not at the moment though, because, well, it's a Magisterium. Soldiers turn to banditry. Okay, it's just unrest. Many soldiers went to fight for the Moon and Rose, and many of those who returned were sent home as levies were disbanded and mercenary groups split apart with much different demand. Some of those who left only ever picked up the sword to avoid the till, and have not decided to return to the fields. Increasing reports of banditry in the wake of the wars and have come to the attention of the capital. They plague one of our districts in particular, and while they are no threat to our order, they have the people They are more agitated than usual and less receptive to our government. So we get a bit more unrest, which is unpleasant. And we're gonna quickly do this, so that you go up to 40. You all want me to death, you want me to conquer, you want me to death, you want me to death. Yeah, they all want me to... I'm not gonna go get a Moon Isle. What do you want me to conquer? This. I feel like that's not happening. Not gonna lie. I have the distinct feeling that this is not gonna be the case. So, we're down to 70 now. I mean, we also really want to get rid of these thieves as soon as possible. Well, that's not gonna really do much of difference. We don't have production. Your reduction in my production doesn't really change anything. I could click this button to really get things pushed down. Oh. I mean, the stability doesn't hurt. Not gonna lie. Have this unsolved government. We are not gonna do anything spicy at the moment. You can bet your ass that we're gonna go for Sortition again. That's just what we do. That is my thingy. We do have some, yeah, but I don't think they're gonna rise up. They're gonna slowly but surely tick down. We do have some loans to repay. Let's make sure of that. While the world around us does things. Of course, eventually we'll have enough favors to get some money in. We might start off strong with our development, but I mean, we are probably larger than some other nations around us with that development. That's not too difficult. The Renaissance is gonna pop up in 3 years. I hope it spawns with me. That would be very cool. Not gonna lie. I mean, I would be willing to also click a development here if this one would not be here, the thieves. So I don't think this is gonna be a problem, actually. We're gonna get rid of that. Is there still a problem here? But we'll see about that when things change. I take that, why not? We have a conquest against the Magisterium, but it's the Magisterium, so I don't think I want to do that, right? They immediately start with shock damage and a mage leader, I assume. Oh yeah, Vex would actually be... Oh, yeah, but this is a problem. So I guess we're gonna wait that out. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I mean, we obviously are gonna go for the innovative ideas first. We're gonna do... Actually, we're gonna do the exact same thing like we did with Tornair. This time we are not a vassal or anything. We're actually gonna get quite a bonuses with the Empire as well. Because if this stuff pushes around, we're also gonna get the permanent parliament maybe. That would be spicy. Big fan. But yeah, the money slowly but surely crawls back. We'll see about that trade though, because it really has taken a kick from 8 down to 4. Do we even start? I mean, we do need to still build a lot of boats. Jesus Christ, this is gonna get annoying, isn't it? We can take stuff ahead of time. We are definitely gonna take stuff ahead of time. 5? Wait, do we have an innovativeness gain in Greece? Oh, do we have the... Yeah, we have the Chroniclers around. Lovely! I would be... I mean, if we so easily get that around, I would definitely do that. You are 55, we're gonna start the game off with a lot of points. I mean, this is a lot of... Okay, this doesn't reduce the cost. I think we might not be able to get the admin one, but the military one we should be able to gain. Unless we get an event to push us up. There we go. Innovativeness 5 up to 10, which also technically reduces the cost here. Actually, we're gonna reach that. Lovely. I mean, we start off with 15 innovativeness. That's ridiculous. We're up to, yeah, and this is now just rising altogether. So, the money is rolling in. Now, do we want to save up for, I feel like I need to build a temple in that. That seems like definitely what we need to do. This only does construction time, does it? No, there's no construction time here. Okay. Come on in, Renaissance. Anbenncost is the capital of the world. Give me. We have eclipsed someone. We could seize land, but I currently think that there's not enough opinion up there. Nope. Let's just quickly do this and pick, I guess, the Magisterium. Wait. Why are we so much stronger than the Magisterium? Is it because we got attack advantage? I guess we do, but they still have a mage guy. So we're not touching that. We are gonna do the political dynasties, as I've mentioned before. Or I might have to look that up. That actually might work against... I'll pick it anyway for now. I'll pick it anyway. But at least our stuff is nearly dealt. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna... I mean, what did I expect? It's me after all. Right? I know how I work. Easterlo has not missed a rifle. Okay, chill. I guess we do have the same military after all. Alright, but embracing is then gonna be very cheap because we just have Anbencost to deal with. It's just gonna take until next year. And the good thing is this just keeps pushing. Because this is going down. We have like a ridiculous institution spread. Improve the capital. Yeah, sure. I'll gladly do that. We start hating halflings a bit more. I mean, halflings are needed. They do a decent bit. So, we are reaching the first thing, and that's gonna be taxes. So, give me the money. Oh, we could do this one, of course, soon enough. Before we even start deving anything. That probably also makes a lot of sense. Do we just... Oh, no, I want to get idea group as soon as possible. We're gonna reach our limit in admin soon enough. So we don't need to rush that. Yep, just a few more ticks and we are done with that. It's really a shame because I'm gonna have this episode and then I have to wait like a full week until I can play again. That's always the thing that I struggle with. One whole ducat. Renaissance it is. A new Anbenncost. With the rediscovery by many of classical Damerian and Castanorian works, a renaissance has begun to spread across Arcanor. We must ensure that Anbencost move with the times and participate in this new rebirth, an Anbencost a renaissance, and new Anbencost. We get construction cost reduction, but only local. So the first thing that we're gonna do is do all of these buildings, and the next thing that's gonna be planned is the marketplace. We do also need a barracks, which is gonna come around. It's not around yet, right? I'm not crazy. I know how these things work. There we go. Yeah, and this is coming with tax 6. Yeah. So, renovate the temple district. The mighty temple district is home to various places of worship, from the members of the Canorian pantheon to the monuments to dwarven ancestors and elven forebears, to temples dedicated to both Suriel and Sodakel. The district is, however, rather chaotic. Places of worship are constructed within any rhyme or reason, and should any other faith seek to find a home in Anbencost, it would struggle to simply find the space. As such, renovations of the district as a whole are surely necessary. We get local tax plus 10%, and it costs me 100 admin. Like I don't have anything else to spend here. But more money is more money. It's all necessary. I'm down to 75, which is nice. We still don't need to build all of these boats. Oh wow, this is not even Laurent, this is someone else fighting. Now, let's have a quick look around, quick gander. Who is willing to give me the money? You have 31 to give. You have 16. Well, Ibava, thank you very much for your contribution on this. Marketplace. Then we need to build up some light ships to get this one along as well. And for this one we need to wait a while. But all of these are then gonna accumulate into colonialism here. Isn't that nice? I feel like this line just gives me claims, right? Yeah. Then we do need to conquer all of that, but I will then turn it into vassals. This is definitely something that's happening. And then we have to check that we don't accidentally farm into something else. That's also important. That can also easily happen. So while we're at it, let's give you guys the light chips that you deserve. We need to get to 8, so we are gonna definitely go over limits, but I feel like that should be alright with our income. Beep. Like I care. Like I care. You know what? I think this is actually not really efficient. I will wait for something else first. Oh god. Someone else outside. Sorry about that interruption there. Someone was at the door, and you might have heard me even say that. Either way, we will keep pushing. I'm still kind of worried about this here. And I think we also should just keep pushing on that, right? Yeah. Let's start off with a lot of points. That also should basically give us more innovativeness. Magisterium has Conwell, Silver and Oiler on their side. If I would be so bold and attack these guys, currently Verne and Aranen would join me. I mean, we would need to win that fight first. That one single fight here. And then we'll see. Do we have some... We don't have pirates happening yet, right? No, they are too far away for that. We do get some more boats. And I think we are gonna... Yeah, let's just push you towards... There we go. That's gonna cost extra, and we also need to get some galleys then, but... So be it. That's what the game wants me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And then we need to actually get a flagship as well. There we go, Imperial Reform, that's gonna be very valuable. There we go. Revitalizing the Dove Market. Dove Market was one of the greatest centers of trade in the New World, and yet following the Lilac War, specifically the Vexen and looting, it has fallen into disrepair. Many businesses fled the city, and parts of the market that were burned down or destroyed still have not been repaired. Though trade continues throughout the market in order to bring back those merchants and businesses who fled Anbenncost those years ago. Repair and investment back into Dove Market is vital. We get, I assume, trade power plus. Oh, just base trade power. That's actually quite nice. With all of the modifiers that we have around, this is gonna be pretty spicy. That's also gonna be, yeah, a lot of money. We are not in the main trade. That's also important. We are not in the Dame's Head, which is a little bit sad. Oh, man died? I guess we'll take admin. God, this is why I want sortition. Like, look at this garbage. We of course also gonna take Castellos. The boats will boat. Innovativeness here will be available. I actually would just wait for a second. There's no need to rush anything, right? At this point. Let's focus on admin, because we know that we're gonna spend a lot of innovativeness ideas. I mean, technically, if I reach the the thingy first, the innovativeness idea tech reduction, that would be funny. But I think we're also definitely gonna now go for full advisors around. And there's, for example, a mage, which is gonna reduce the cost altogether. I think that's quite nice. You want to go for prosperity. What's this? Okay. Seems like something has been picked. No, wait, nothing has... Oh, no, we're losing innovativeness. That's what... Okay, then I guess we'll just take that. Mad arms. We're gonna go defensive, as always. You're only on tech 4. I do want a decent tech advantage before I step into this. I would take the... I mean, elves should be accepted, right? They're not? Half elves are fully accepted. Okay. Oh, I guess a lord is a lord. Shouldn't be far away from getting all of these guys integrated. Yep, there's the barracks coming around. We're already up to 25 innovativeness, so we should be alright. We also do get a decent chunk of points now. But slowly but surely the boats take over. Yeah, it's a little bit unpleasant, but what can you do? Is this innovativeness? This is no longer innovativeness, that's sad. Alright, then we're basically just not gonna reach that. But we want this stuff as soon as possible. Garrison size, that's meaningless. So we just need to get nothing done. Basically, this is what we're doing here. And I think we're also gonna end the episode with that in mind. So like always, like shenanigans, I guess you guys next episode. Bye!